Hey, happy Monday. We've got a lot to discuss, so let's get to it. Here we go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat, written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, April 12th, 2021, and this is episode number 230 of Barry on Deck. And yes, I almost forgot to unmute my mic. But what would be new? What would a show be without technical difficulties? Well, it would be boring, and it just wouldn't be Barry on Deck. But it wasn't really a technical difficulty. It was just me being a moron and an idiot. Hey, I hope you had a great weekend. I was scrambling here. I was shooting Barry on Sports this morning, so things might be amiss a little off today because I was scrambling to get it done. But we're here and we're rolling, and I hope you had a fantastic and wonderful weekend. Lot of sports stuff, like not, jumping into games or anything, but we do have some interesting things to discuss today, including the fallout, more fallout from Deshaun Watson, but we're not going to specifically be talking about Deshaun Watson or the things involved in that. We will be talking about Aaron Wilson, formerly of the Chronicle, and the things that he had to say around this. So we'll get to that and a whole lot more, but we got plenty of time. We got a whole 2 hours to get to that. It is a sports heavy day today, so just keep that in mind. If you love sports and you like some bullshit with it, this is your spot. Hang tight. And hey, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you turn on notifications. Make sure you do all that good fun stuff so you can keep up with the program. Before we get rolling into the show, and by the way, I've been doing a bad job of this as of late, but I just want to say, if you are listening to this on the podcast, if you're on Podbean, Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Pandora, wherever, if you're listening this is a video show, so you miss a lot if you don't have the video. I mean, not my stupid, ugly, crooked face, but everything else involved in the show. So if you are listening, make sure you head on over to youtube.com/Barry is Funny, subscribe to the channel, and watch it on occasion if you can. All right, what we always do though, first to start off the show, is we get to what I call the shat, which is shout outs to the chat. And we start with, the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for the next 2 hours. And that is none other than, you see it already. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing that. It's Josh, aka 713 Hooligan, first in the chat, ready to go on a Monday, not like the rest of you raggedy bitches sitting there waiting too goddamn long. Good shit, Josh. Thank you. And not only was he first in the chat, he was first to like the video and the first to get a super chat in. He is the winner of the highly coveted Triple Crown for today. We have a Triple Crown winner. Mark it down, Jeff Bell. The man is in. Josh is on the board with another Triple Crown. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. You see it right there. He sent over $5. Yes, you won. Congratulations. Who else is in the chat? Let's see. We got Marvin Wingfield in the building. What's up, homie? Uriel Villanueva's here. John Dory. Jesus Perez. What's up, Playboy? Justin Swinford is here. G-Man. Hey, buddy. Speaking of super chats, the original super chatter. Alan Denson. Definitely not first. Well, you know what? You're first in my heart, Alan, and that's all that matters. Billy Keller's in the building. SVG, Alan, we got already. Michael Caravantes. What's up, buddy? D-Mata, how are you, my friend of the Jeffersons tier? Dandy Dan is here. Aaron J. Bryant, Brandon Martinez, CC. Wow, look at CC getting them all in. That's nice. I like that. What up, Walt? Hope you had fun at the races. Sorry I couldn't make it. Francisco, Eric Resendez, Jeff Bell, the inventor of the Triple Crown, was 20th. Shelby, how are you, sweetie? I enjoy seeing you on the Discord. I'm glad you're a part of that. It's a fun time over there. Hope you're having fun. Truck Driver Pookie, Chris Davis, Awake Reaper, Stephen Luther, Tony Garza. What is this long soliloquy that you posted? Hello, everyone. Great weekend of sports. First Japanese man to win the Masters. Madrid wins El Clasico. AJ Hinch returning to Minute Maid tonight. Okay. I like how you snuck in the soccer. I'll allow it. Jen is here. Wallace, Terrence J. Who else? Jeremy Vinegar. Robert Likes Beer is here. Mark G. What's up, Playboy? Donna, my sweet Donna. Total Dallas is here. Not so sweet, but he's here. Rudolph Rodriguez. Thank you for the sanitized, wash hands, social distance. Back the fuck up, man. By the way, speaking of the mask thing, I know I always bitch and moan about wearing masks, but you got to give credit where credit is due and props where props are due. And I'll tell you, Dr. Fauci is a bit perplexed as to why the numbers in Texas are actually going down and not up, even though we're fully open with no mask mandate. I don't know. It's a good question. He was like, well, sometimes these can be delayed. Well, I think it's worth noting that since we opened up, numbers have gone down. So we were at 7,000 when they opened up and removed the mask mandate. Now we're at 4,000. So what is this? You're our Mora. Oh, I love you. AR Platinum. Did you notice, buddy? Fledgling YouTube fuckface shirt. I actually wore this thinking about you today, so I'm glad you're here. Terrence Wright, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He said, what's up, Barry? Let's go. Let's get it, deckheads. Let's go. Let's fucking, I feel like drinking. I don't even need a Lambo, but Terrence, since you sent it, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do a shot. I didn't drink much this weekend because I'm an adult and I had shit to do. But I feel like drinking right now. So we're going to do a shot of Jamie. This is on Terrence Cartwright. We're going to do the shot for him, with him, by him, and for Josh for getting the Triple Crown today. And for all the deckheads that show up to this homie. This homie? Oh, that was fucking weird. Hey, cheers to you guys. Love you. Appreciate you.
Pull up your pants, take off
the wrong button.
And be a man.
I mean, it's still appropriate when you cheers. Lamb bomb! Let's go. Day drinking has commenced. Shit. It's good, but it's bad. All right, we got hey, what's up, Habib? That's Habib Nurmagomedov. Hello, brother. I am very sus that that's the real Habib Nurmagomedov. Prove it, Habib. If that is your real name. We do have a Derek Lewis story to discuss today. What's up, Amos? Yeah, well, that's true, too. What's up? Okay, let's get to this. We got lots of shit to discuss. Let's start with your headlines in sports. I don't drink, brother. Listen, guys. I want you to pay attention and be really kind to MMA royalty when he's in the chat. Habib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen, can we give it up for Habib for being here? And, I mean, it's a pretty popular show, I know, but now you've got all the people coming out because it's just what's next? Is the Pope going to show up? I'm waiting for somebody to create the Pope account. All right, let's do the headlines for sports. The Browns haven't given up on trying to sign Jadeveon Clowney. They had a second visit with Clowney, which they pursued Clowney before he went to Tennessee. And even though he had a down year and didn't last very long with Tennessee, they're still all in on Jadeveon Clowney. I think they're really in on anyone that can give some support and help to Myles Garrett on the other side of that line on the pass rush. So Browns still pursuing him. Falcons are expected to take Kyle Pitts with their first round pick. They have the 4th pick in the draft. A lot of people think, oh, you know what? It's a crazy quarterback heavy draft, especially in the first round, at the top of the first round. The Falcons could use a quarterback because of the aging Matt Ryan. But man, a lot of people also feel like Kyle Pitts is going to be an absolute stud. And instead of drafting a quarterback, they're going to get a weapon for the quarterback that they do have. I don't know if you're sold on Matt Ryan or not, or if you think, but if you don't think that one of the 3 or 4 quarterbacks that would be left, that would be draftable, is a franchise cornerstone type player, maybe good, maybe but then I think you go with Kyle Pitts if you don't think that that's going to be the guy. So I think a lot of people feel like the Falcons won't be wrong if they draft Kyle Pitts or if they get a quarterback. They're also talking about trading that pick, but Kyle Pitts could be a good pick for them. Tennessee State has hired Eddie George to be their next head coach. I find that to be kind of interesting. You know, a lot of teams out here as of late are going out and hiring ex-players. I mean, we've seen Dion, now we see Eddie George. You see it a lot, and usually it's further down the line and they have a lot more coaching experience. I don't know how this is going to go. It struck me as odd that Eddie George would be a head coach because I had never really heard his name come up a lot. That doesn't mean that he's not qualified or won't do a great job. I admit I was a bit skeptical about Dion being a head coach. We'll see how it goes. That seems to be an awkward hire, but hey, they did what they did. Jake Odorizzi expected to make his first start for the Astros on Tuesday. Dexter Fowler is gone for the season due to needing ACL surgery after suffering his injury versus the Astros. So bad news for the Angels there. So there are your sports headlines. Let's get into it. Not a COVID cough. I would like to start off with a story about Deshaun Watson. But it is not what you think. So, Aaron Wilson is a writer for the Houston Chronicle, and Aaron Wilson was doing radio in Boston. WEEI, I believe. Anyways, this is what he said on the radio about the Deshaun Watson situation when talking to that radio station in Boston. He said, quote, "In his case, it's kind of like you don't negotiate with terrorists. People are demanding money. They're asking for money. It keeps escalating. It kept going up and up and up, and you start talking about more and more funds. I'm not going to say how much it got to, but my understanding is, that there was an admission that it was, something, just that this was, just a money grab." First of all, a lot of knows. Now you see why he's a writer and not a radio guy. I mean, if you got paid by the knows, woo, boy, he'd be rich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knows. That's a lot of knows. And nonetheless, in making this statement, I think people took offense to it for 2 things. Oh, you're such a raggedy bitch, House. Love you, buddy. So the first thing is when I understand what he was trying to do here, and he made a statement, which I'll read to you in a second. But when you start saying you can't negotiate with terrorists, when you're talking about women who are making claims of sexual impropriety, sexual assault, sexual deviancy, whatever the term that you want to, some of you want to label it a certain way or not label it a certain way, and that's fine. I mean, what we're talking about is civil lawsuits that involve unwanted sexual advances at a minimum and on up. You can't say that you're negotiating with, you can't call these women who are making these accusations terrorists. It's highly insensitive to speak of it that way. Now, I understand that what he's trying to say and what he probably could have done better is said, Deshaun Watson and his camp, because he would have started with, Deshaun Watson and his camp, they are going into this, thinking that they're not going to, quote, negotiate with terrorists, end quote, because that's how. So if you phrased it like that, it just felt like that was his words, and that's the problem. He wasn't very specific in what he meant. And then he said it was a money grab. And instead of saying that his camp and people around his camp and people around the organization and players that he's talked to and this, that, and the other all feel like it's a money grab, he made it seem like this was his statements and his feelings as well, and just kind of a general discussion about it. So bad look for Aaron Wilson, who made a statement, by the way, on his Twitter. He said, "I made a mistake that I fully understand and own when I did not choose my words nearly carefully enough during a discussion on a March 19 radio program regarding the sensitive, complex, and controversial Deshaun Watson legal situation in the days following the initial filing of the civil lawsuits from women against him. My effort to convey perspective of the situation clearly demonstrated an unintentional lack of sensitivity to the serious nature of these types of allegations, and I sincerely apologize for my remarks. I didn't maintain my own high standards that I've established and applied during 2 decades, covering many other similarly important and delicate situations in the NFL. I will proceed much more carefully going forward and learn from this moment. I am committed to outstanding journalism now and always." One, not a single in there. So, again, a much better writer than speaker. But hey, I'm not a good writer. Hell, I'm not a good speaker. But I'm certainly not a good writer. Yeah, Terrence said if HPD comes for him, he's got trouble. Well, there's already an investigation underway with an HPD into this. So that could be an issue. Yeah, exactly, Richard Vales. Not a single in the entire written statement. So he's doing a good job. Joe Pro said, "I forgot whom I heard say Barry Warner has a face meant for radio and a speaking voice meant for newspapers." The face for radio joke. I just think there's some things that have to be retired. And the face for radio joke is one of them. And I'm not suggesting you, Joe Pro. It's whoever said that. I mean, it's just a lame ass joke. It's not funny anymore. Anytime I would tell somebody I was in radio, they'd be like, "Oh, well, you're dead." Man, shut the fuck up. You are not original. That is just the lamest fucking joke. I mean, now I haven't heard a voice for newspaper. That's pretty funny. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the high standards. What up, buddy? How are you, man? Yeah, it has been a minute. Welcome to the show. We were just talking about Aaron Wilson getting fired from the Houston Chronicle for insensitive remarks that he made, and that led me down a path of, look, Andrew knows. What's up, Andrew? By the way, y'all, Andrew got thieved on. There's some Yahoo out here on the internet, no pun intended, stealing Andrew's shtick, stealing his shine. Andrew, as you guys know or may not know, but Andrew was the inventor of the MS Paint highlights. Who joined us on the show a couple weeks ago to discuss it. Now there's some jerk out in Minnesota or some shit no one cares about, making highlights of hockey games that no one gives a shit about, stealing his stuff. No, you invented MS Paint. You basically came up with the program, Andrew. Well, Amos, it's still lame. It is still an absolutely lame-ass joke. Hey, Dandy Dan said they have been using that "you have a face for radio" since the radio was invented. It is an old-ass joke. It's kind of played out. He said, also, "Can we stop telling photographers to get my good side?" There's that one too. Make sure you get my good side. Bitch, you ugly all the way around. Okay, so it's not going to help. And the joke isn't funny. There's some jokes. What's the other one? When you see somebody washing their car? Yeah, you gonna do mine next? Man, shut up. Come up with something new. Justin Swinford said, "What about his remarks? Would watch an HPD investigation super insensitive and wrong. Where is the crime?" What? I don't know what that means, Justin. You're gonna have to clarify. That was very bongish of you to write. Total Dallas said, "Hey, speaking for photographers, don't ask me to see the picture after I take it." Well, now look, I did learn that from Kid, my friend, my pal. Oops, let me get that name I dropped. Kid from Kid and Play taught me that when we had dinner at 3 a.m. in a restaurant when I featured for him in comedy. I'm a big deal. Anyways, he won't call me back. He taught me that, though. He would take pictures with people, especially females, and he'd be like, take a look, make sure you like the picture, because he said they're never going to get that chance again. So don't hate on people for that. That matters, especially if if I'm paying for the photos, bitch, you better show me them photos. What's wrong with you? Demata, how many people thought you were Blackberry when they heard you on the radio? Oh, a lot. I don't know why either. It's so weird. I guess I sound like I have a big... Okay. Michael Caravanta said, face for radio is lame as coming to work with a sunburn and your coworkers ask, did you get a little sun? That one, what are some other lame jokes? Got my hair cut. You should have got them all cut. Shut the fuck up, please. It's usually the same person too, right? It's the same person. It's the same ones that'll yell at the people in the drive-thru. When you're like, bro, don't say nothing. They're going to spit on your food. I don't care. This is improper service. No. I said HPD is launching an investigation into the Deshaun Watson allegations. I didn't say they were launching an investigation into Aaron Wilson's comments. Sorry if you misunderstood that or if I misspoke. HPD... the last thing I read was that HPD was getting involved and looking into it as well. So Francisco said, my wife still thinks Barry sounds black. Now, see, I could get into the whole, what does sound black really mean? But I'm not going to. Shelby, that's another lame ass joke. It doesn't have a price tag, so it must be free. Well, good. You should try to find a car on the lot without a price on it and drive off and see what happens. One less idiot on the streets. That's what'll happen. Total Dallas said, I got my ancestry DNA results and I might be whiter than Laminac. That's funny. I don't want to say anything, but I saw the most egregious thing happen in regards to race in this discussion. There was clearly a white woman on Facebook who claimed to be mixed. Clearly not mixed. Clearly just saying it for attention. I'm going to need receipts. If we've got white folks out here claiming to be mixed, I'm going to need receipts, white people. Now, she didn't clarify what she was mixed with. Maybe she was like mixed with, I'm German and Scottish. I'm mixed. Okay, bitch, settle down. But I am going to need these white women out here, these Karens of the world. They're like, I can say that. I'm mixed. What the fuck does that mean? Stop. Now I'm probably going to get canceled. See you next year before getting off. Oh, that's another lame ass joke. Hell yes. December 31st when you leave work. Hey, I'll do that next year. I'll see you next year. Man, doesn't it seem like yesterday was last year? Man, shut the fuck up.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Hate that guy. Oh, wow. Joe Pro over here shooting shots. Wow. Well, thank you, Tony. I mean, I don't know why I'm thanking you. It's always struck me as a bit weird. Okay. It's been a thing, but I understand how where I grew up and I get it. I don't hear that a lot. I think after Office Space, they kind of ruined that. Whenever I'm changing a keg, haha, my truck is over there. Oh, yeah. That's pretty fucking lame for a bartender to have to hear that bullshit. KD said, I think all of the Minnesota professional sporting events are about to be canceled due to what happened over the weekend. Yeah, if you didn't hear, another African-American man killed by police in Minnesota after being pulled over for a traffic stop. People are... No, although that one was pretty surprising. Maybe I spoke too soon. Joe Pro. Ronda Rousey's a good one. Yes. Probably that, Michael. Yeah. I don't know the details yet. I haven't read a lot about it. I don't want to jump to any conclusions or make any opinions on the matter yet because I haven't read about it. So I'll read about it this afternoon, this evening. And if necessary or worthy of a comment, I will have one tomorrow for you. on what's going on in Minnesota again, because I think it is going to unfortunately rear its ugly head again. It's like we haven't learned anything as a country, and this continues to happen. So I want to make sure that when I talk about it, I can make an informed and educated opinion and have an informed and educated discussion about it and not just jump to any conclusions. So full disclosure, I have not read anything about it yet. I plan on doing that this evening, and we can discuss tomorrow. Barry is half white, half Jameson. Do I drink a lot? Do I have a drinking problem, you guys? Is that what you're telling me? Do I have a drinking problem? Really? No, you're going to make me... It's not true. You guys are going to make me drink. All right, let's get to some more sports. Where do I want to go here? Do we want to do... Oh, you know what? Let's just get right to this. I kind of do, Donna. I kind of do. Cece, I know. Yeah. If Cece starts telling me I drink too much, then I'm in trouble. Although I got to admit, Cece, I didn't say this to you, but I was super impressed when you came out to the show at the House of Blues. Stone Cold Sober. Love Stone Cold Sober Cece, by the way. Love her so much. So much. I was very much impressed. Because I know if I would have been reversed, I'd have been shithoused. So good for you. Way to show up in public and be sober. That was awesome. Okay, so I wanted to. That was not my bills under. Well, but you weren't. I've seen you where you're crazy, but you were in good shape. So I appreciate that. Let's do something fun that relates to sports. Now, ladies, I got to warn you, this next story might flood your basement. You might not need to water the lawn after you see what I'm about to show you. Huh? Feast your, oh my God. That, ladies and gentlemen, that handsome, sexy, Billy Ray Cyrus looking Marlboro man meets the trailer park looking business up front, party in the rear fella. That fella right there, that is none other than Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, Gardner Minshew. He's got a new look. And he's out here taking pictures out in the country. And he is just letting all the chest hair out. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you can mock him all you want, Mark. The shit looks good. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it. He has managed to somehow, some way pull this look off. Fidelsa, is that the cover for a country album? I think that's more of a Southern rock album than a country album. But Shark Taco's right. He is rocking that. He is definitely rocking that. There was no film session today, Terrence. I'm sorry. I don't have a film session in the shoot for you guys. Unfortunately. Although they're fun. We do have a lot of video, but none of it will be a film session. Ooh, that's a really good one, Francisco. If ever someone looked like they were half white and half Jameson. No, if I'm half white, half Jameson, this dude is definitely half white, half wild turkey. There's no doubt. Look at that. Look at the eagle necklace. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? He's got a horse on his jacket. I'm going to need y'all to step off. He said, so that's not a Kid Rock mixtape cover? No. Now, the internet saw this and they went wild. And there's no other way to do this other than to just show you. Uh-oh. What the hell? Hold on. Let me get back to this. Because where did it go? God bless America. I am looking for my link. I had all the texts for All the tweets about this. And of course I can't find them now. What the fuck? I have the wrong link copied, you guys. I apologize. Hold on, I'm going to find it. Because seeing the tweets of this are absolutely worth it. Oh my goodness. I hate when this happens. This is why I need, here we go. Okay. This is why I need a producer. So let me show you what the internet was saying about this. So there was the original, right? Gardner Minshew has reached peak perfection. That was the one. And then this cat says, Siri, show me QB1. Ed said if an El Camino was a person. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, some of these are really, really good. Garrett said, I would trade Mahomes for this man. I might even throw a couple of first rounders. I'm telling you right now, it's a good look. No lie. Rich Eisen said, also starring Urban Meyer as Sheriff Buford T. Justice. Chris Hart said, I've failed as a man for not oozing this much machismo. Jesse wants to know, is this the real Uncle Rico? Brad Logan said, when Billy Ray Cyrus and Burt Reynolds have a male child. Oh, that's a good one. Nick said, got to keep my wife off Twitter. Oh, Renan Borelli. Is it too early to pick the MVP? Come on, y'all. That's some good shit right there. You got to love Twitter. You got to love that shit. Oh, Kel, I'm telling you, it's amazing. There's no way. I'm telling you right now, if you look at this and you judge it any other way other than outstanding, you're an idiot. This dude is legitimately rocking this and it doesn't look bad. Because look, Marty brings up a good point. There's the Tiger King who tries to look like this. Because let's be real, when you look at the Tiger King, this is what the Tiger King is trying to pull off. In fact, let me pull up a picture of the Tiger King. Because this is exactly what he's trying to do. Let me find a good one here of him. Yeah. This is the most obvious picture of the Tiger King. Well, come on, you guys. The Tiger King is trying to be Gardner Minshew. That's a fact. In fact, I shouldn't have even put this picture up because Gardner's probably getting that wet too. I didn't say the word, by the way. I just said poo. Yeah, if an El Camino was a person is the really good one. But that's a really good observation. But the difference is the Tiger King looks like a fool trying to pull this off. Gardner Minshew? I'd hit it. I would. If he asked me out, I'd go. 100%. If Gardner Minshew walked into the house looking like that, opened up that door right there and said, hey, kill the stream. Me and you, we're going for some pizza and some putt-putt. Getting my Firebird. Let's go. I'd be like, oh, God, gotta go, guys. Bye. Oh, it'd be done. I'd have my panties off before I jumped over the T-top. Which, by the way, I saw a Firebird this weekend. I always wanted one of those cars as a kid. There was nothing cooler back in the day than a Firebird with that big flaming fucking eagle on the hood and the T-tops. Oh my God. I thought I would get all the Virginia. The West Virginia, the East Virginia, all the Virginia if I had a Firebird with T-tops. And then by the time I was old enough to get a Firebird with T-tops, I was like, nope, that's not going to work. Can't do that. Francisco said he definitely has a sticker of Calvin pissing on a Chevy logo on the back of his F-150. I'm going to disagree with you, Francisco. Totally going to disagree with you on this. Now that one, this looks like a billboard for a gay bar. That one's a lot closer. But the Calvin pissing on a Chevy logo, that's more Tiger King. Like this is, I would say if this was a genre, if this was like, if you were going to label this, there's like, elegant chic. There's like, this is definitely what, redneck savvy. I don't know, redneck suave. I mean, there's an air of sophistication to this. Maybe it's the flow. By the way, his chest hair. It looks like, if you ever looked at a map of the world's oceans and it shows you the rip currents that flow through the ocean, that's kind of what it looks like. It goes in several different directions. It's pretty fascinating. It's pretty amazing. Chuck said, "Oh, yo, wait, what do y'all have against F-150 drivers?" Buddy, I would totally slide across the fucking hood. 1,000%. I seriously wanted a Firebird as a kid. I used to love Hot Wheels. Oh my God. I would wear overalls and put my Hot Wheels in my overalls. And then, so this is probably more than you guys need to know. As a kid, I would suck my thumb, like every kid. So big deal. I didn't stop until I was 18. No, I'm just kidding. But as a kid, I would suck my thumb, and I had this blanket. It was a pink blanket. And I would take that, I would suck my thumb, and I would pull fuzz off the blanket, and I would roll it on my nose while I sucked my thumb. That was what I did as a kid. It was the weirdest guy, and I don't know why I did that, but I would roll the fuzz on my nose while I sucked my thumb. I probably need to go to a psychologist and find out why I did that. There was probably something traumatic that happened to me. Maybe I just had premonitions I was going to have a big ugly nose as an adult. So I was just like, well, I better savor it now. But what I loved this pink blanket. It was a big full-size fucking blanket. And I was this little ass kid. But when we would go places, I couldn't take my pink blanket with me. So what I would do, and we can all verify this when Jenny, his mom, joins me on the show again. What I would do is I would put my Hot Wheels in my overalls pockets. And then I would take some fuzz. I would pull some fuzz off the pink blanket and put that in my pocket. And then wherever we needed to go, I was set. I had my cars to play with. And if I got tired, I'd pull my fuzz out, suck my thumb, and roll that bitch on my nose. The weirdest shit. Yeah, I was kind of like Linus. What's up, Justin Kell? Yeah, kind of like Linus. White Reaper said, no lie, Barry. I did it too, just not a pink blanket. And mine was just, I don't know why the pink blanket ended up being the thing. But yeah, I had a blanket that everywhere I went, like Linus. Everywhere I could take it. But it was so big, it never traveled well. So you just put some fuzz in the pocket, you were good to go. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Your blanket was blue. Oh. You trying to imply something because mine was pink? Huh? Trying to say something? Anyways, I'll give you guys one more second to soak this up. You're not going to get anything sexier in your life today. That's for damn sure. Let's see. What other sports do we want to do? Actually, you know what? Before we get any further into the show and before I forget, because I do have 3 of them to get to, let me tell you about the good folks over at Hemp Vita, please. Because I want you guys to feel, I want you to feel better. I want you to sleep better. I want those aches and pains in your body, I want those to go away. If you're just uncomfortable, you're restless, maybe you suffer from any of the following things, which is what CBD has been known to help with. Maybe you have inflammation like Nora, or you just need some pain relief like Nora. You suffer from insomnia like both Nora and me. You have anxiety, seizures. You just need to relax more. This is all things that CBD has been known to help with, and other things as well. But Hemp Vita has products directly for you. These are direct to the consumer. They don't sell to other people. That is dedicated to providing you with all natural wellness products that you can use. No THC in these products. All of the cannabinoids are organically grown in the United States, so you don't have to worry about that. And listen, I swear by the gummies. And you will too if you use them. I believe that they have new formulas out for their gummies, by the way. So pay attention. This is important. There have been some changes to the Hemp Vita gummies. I've got my order and I can't wait to get these new formulas and try them because I swear by the old ones. First things first, they have upped the dosage. They have increased the strength from 5 milligrams of CBD to 25 milligrams of CBD. They've updated the flavor to a sour flavor, and it's vegan, but it still tastes great. It's just better and healthier for you. Plus, they now have a new formulated nighttime gummy, which, yeah, the regular gummies help me sleep, but now they've got one with CBD, CBN, melatonin, and a chamomile flower extract. I don't know if I said that right. All of that helps you improve your sleep. No artificial ingredients. It's still vegan. Broad spectrum, so no THC. Formulated to help you get a good night's sleep. Guys, I'm telling you right now, take it from me and all the deckheads that have tried it. You're going to love Hemp Vita. Check it out, hempvitacbd.com. When you check out, make sure you use promo code DECKHEAD15. You're going to save 15% on your order. All right, back to the sports. Let's talk fame and celebrity for a second. Not me. Derrick Lewis was on the Joe Rogan podcast recently, which was cool to see. What's up, Nick? God damn it, Nick, for being late. You get... No, not that. Wrong one.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's what you get for being late. Or this. I just wanted to push the buttons. Well, welcome, Nick. Better late than never, man. Don't worry about it. Derrick Lewis was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking to Joe Rogan about life as a celebrity, because it's really cool to see and to have watched this. But Derrick Lewis just kind of came out of nowhere and became this overnight celebrity. Although I watched him for years at the local level here in Houston come up as a fighter. But he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he talked about what it was like to be a celebrity, what it was like dealing with celebrity type things. And I wanted to show you this video and what he deals with, because a lot of people think, oh, well, you know, you're set, you got money, everything's good. This is going to be about 1:49, and I really want you to watch this because it's pretty dope, actually. Oh, look at John Westling joining the chat. He said, happy Monday, Barry and the Deckheads, working in the yard, taking a water and a toke break. Good for you, man. I did some yard work this weekend. So this is Derrick Lewis. This is Derrick Lewis on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about what it's like to be a celebrity now. Check this out. Okay. Well, I could have fast forwarded past that bullshit.
So in a way, not in a way, but like for sure, you're living the American dream.
Yes.
In a good way, because like it wasn't good. Your life wasn't good in the beginning.
And we all know the backstory.
And now it's amazing.
Which is Joe's point.
Amazing. You know, I can't complain about anything, really. You know, even the bad days, I really can't complain about it. You know, because so crazy. And now it's like I try to help a lot of my family members out.
Check this out.
They still trying to find ways to burn me at the end.
Your family members?
Yeah, I brought just about all of them cars, like cash cars. And less than a few months, they sold all of them.
You believe
like
that shit?
Each my brother and sister, my mom, they all sold their cars for the cash.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They had some type of crazy excuse, but it's all good.
Do you have a lot of people asking you for money now?
Every day. You know, I already know what's the setup going to be. Soon as someone texts me or call me that I haven't talked to in a long time, I already knew what kind of story they're about to talk about before they ask for money.
You got to do what I do.
I changed my number. I changed my number. I change my number all the time. He
does.
My wife thinks, oh, it's because some female or something like that. No, it's not really no females. There's no females at all. It's just like family members or some other guy is trying to get an interview with me that someone gave my number to.
Yeah, that becomes a problem too, right?
Yeah, and see, now you guys wonder why I don't pursue Derrick Lewis to do this show or anything else. I understand exactly what he's going through. I've talked to Mike Jackson about, hey, you think Derrick would do it? But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that Derrick's like, oh, my God. Even though I covered that dude, like I could go to my, I wonder if the cage door, I wonder if there's still old YouTube videos. I think the cage door's YouTube is still up. But, I mean, I have videos of Derrick Lewis's first, second, third fight, all the way through all of his first 5 or 6 fights. And knew Derrick back then. But I think at some point you recognize that the person's celebrity status becomes a burden for them. And there is such a thing as that. And yeah, the money is great. And yeah, the fame is great. And yeah, the notoriety and everything that comes with all that is great. But you got to understand, do you know how depressing it would be to know that you bought your family cars out of love and they sold them for cash because they wanted cash and not cars from you? Do you know how depressing it would be that people call you and the only reason they want to talk to you is to get money from you? This is also why I don't reach out to Derrick. I would love Derrick Lewis to do this show, but I'm not going to ask because he gets 1,000 of those questions. And I'm not going to be like, hey, remember how I used to cover you? I don't want to do that to that man. He gets that every day, all day. And that would suck. Now, I mean, I think Derrick knows on a different level that he and I have hung out and had dinner and watched fights. I watched a Sean Jordan fight with Derrick at Lucky's one day, just us hanging out. So there's a different level to it, but that's also why, because I like the guy, I'm not going to bother the guy because of the requests that he get, but it's fucking sad. And that's just a microcosm of what it means to be a celebrity. That's just a microcosm. I couldn't imagine. Let me see. Hold on. I want to see if his fights are still up. No. Oh yeah, here's the Cage Adore YouTube. I can't get a copyright strike for this. Let's see. Did I take down the videos? Nope. This is the old Cage Door from way back in the day. I'm sure there's a Derrick Lewis video in here. There's going to be a bunch of UFC names that you guys might recognize on here. This is 9 years ago, you guys. Oh, look, I just saw Alex Morano a couple different times. Let's go back. So let's see here. Oh, here's a Derrick Lewis Ellis Boyd fight. Oh, here's a Daniel Pineda fight. You guys remember Daniel Pineda fighting Nick Schultz, who was accused of rape, so that's not good. Here's the Derrick Lewis fight. Look at this. This is 11 years ago. Oh, no, that's Daniel Pineda Schultz, too. Let me find the Derrick Lewis one. What the fuck? Where did my Cage Door? I just was here. God damn. Get your shit together, Laminac. Can we get to 45 likes? That would be dope. I was trying to find you guys this old Derrick Lewis fight. I wanted you to see it. He would hate me for showing this, but hey, whatever. It's on the Cage Door YouTube. But if you're an MMA fan, this might be kind of cool to see. There's more Daniel Pineda, Alex Morano. Let's see. Here we go. Derrick Lewis, Ellis Boyd. There's a young Derrick Lewis right there. Now, this was at a grappling tournament. So there was no punching here. This was all just jiu-jitsu. But this is what Derrick Lewis looked like 11 years ago. And he had no jiu-jitsu skills whatsoever. This is just brute strength. That's all this is. And back, that guy, you see that guy with both hands right here? This guy right here that I'm circling with the mouse, that's Coach Tony. That's Derrick Lewis's first MMA coach, who passed away by now. But yeah, this is Derrick Lewis way back in the day, before ever making it to the UFC. Pretty dope. So yeah, that was like legitimately one of the first things I ever did for the Cage Door back in the day. It does suck, man. Just to know that you can't ever answer your phone when a family member or a friend calls because you feel like that it's going to be all about money. That's a pretty shitty situation to be in. Even though you know that's what's that comes with the territory, it still sucks. Still a shitty thing to have to go through. So I saw that. I just found that to be interesting that, Derrick had to deal with that. Hey, Dr. J, Julius Irving, is out here saying that the Nets are buying championships like the Yankees. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Tell me, where's the lie? Okay? Where's the lie in what Dr. J said? Because he was talking about this on a show, on a podcast, and he talked about the fact that they call it buying a championship. He started off the quote by saying it's reminiscent of how the Yankees used to do it all the time. They'd load up, they call it buying a championship. Lakers are known to do it. But he said they're getting all these pieces. They don't know it at the end of the season, what's going to look like or what it's going to feel like, but they're going to be formidable. You've got a team with 6 former All-Stars and 3 All-NBA guys who have been there and succeeded in the playoffs. He, however, went on to say, which I don't disagree with him, and it's pretty obvious that the Lakers and the Nets are buying championships. But where he kind of lost it was where he picked the Sixers to come out of the East. I mean, I know that's a homer pick, and I know he's supposed to say that. No, it's not the NBA. No, it's absolutely not the NBA. It's like saying everybody in baseball is buying a championship. I mean, the Astros didn't buy a championship. The Rays didn't buy the World Series or an attempted trip. Some of these teams are actually building. If you look at the Golden State Warriors, they didn't buy a championship. I mean, they got KD, but they drafted. They built up, right? They got the Rockets. Certainly didn't buy a championship because they never got one. But what they did do is they went out and they got a young James Harden that they built around. And yeah, they brought in stars, but not to the level of the Nets, not to the level of the Lakers or the Big Three in Miami. So some teams do, but not all. You can't say the whole of the NBA does this. Well, they better build patience here in Houston. And bro, take your own Dallas Mavericks. They're not buying their way into the playoffs, into a championship. They've built that. Yeah, they traded for Porzingis, but they got Luka Doncic, and they've built around that. And, same thing with Dirk. They didn't buy that championship. They built that. And there's a difference. I mean, the NBA is about adding veterans and young guys, but usually you go out and you get free agents. You get, but now shuffling and getting 3 vets and then going out and getting a bunch of mid-level exceptions and veteran minimums on the buyout market and stuff like that. That's where he's talking about the full-on ass buyout. When you add, LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin and so forth, or if the Lakers are adding, Andre Drummond. I mean, that's what he's talking about, not adding Kyrie and Kevin Durant. That's the nature of the NBA. It's everything around that. It's the Dennis Schroeders of the world going to LA and Rondo and all that other shit going to it. It's just I don't know. And Eamon says you can't really blame the Nets. Those are players who are choosing to go there. The only one they recruited was KD. No, I get that. And I'm not suggesting that I'm blaming the Nets. They're playing by the rules, but I think the rules need to be adjusted. That's the point. I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I think the buyout market is starting to ruin the NBA. And Dr. J is basically saying the same thing, that look, it's been done before, but teams can win without buying championships. Just a lot harder. Josh said I stopped by to take the glory earlier and haven't been able to watch the show until now. Fuck work. Oh man, you missed it. We got everybody hot and bothered, and because of that. So that's what you missed. And you missed all this sexiness. Chris Davis said, I get what TD is saying. The buyout market has been like that for years. Yeah, but that doesn't make it right. I mean, it still needs to be fixed. Just because it's been like that for years doesn't mean it's not broken. And then when you get to this point that we're at now and you see it's really broken. So. We didn't talk Masters, and I wanted to bring this up because this dude, Hideki Matsuyama, won the Masters. And because he won the Masters, people are legitimately saying, in fact, Andy North, who is an analyst for ESPN, is the one saying it, but people are legitimately saying that Hideki Matsuyama could be worth as much as $1 billion. Buddy said male golfer. Wrong show, buddy. This dude could be worth as much as $1 billion because that's how big golf is in Japan. And that's how much this win could mean to him and does mean to the country of Japan. He could very well be the flag bearer for this country in the Olympics. That's how big of a deal this was. And boy, did I enjoy not watching a single solitary moment of the Masters. I put it on, and then I found shit to do immediately. I think I watched one person strike a ball one time. I actually had it over here while I was working and ended up turning the sound down. Didn't want to, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But Hideki Matsuyama wins the Masters. Apparently, he struggled a little bit down the stretch. But the win itself could be worth $1 billion. Do you understand how much pressure that is on a guy? Do you know how much pressure that is? Good for him. So now you're caught up. We've got more sports. We've got more shit to do. I got to take a break. I got to pee. Okay? When we come back, we're going to talk about Freddie Freeman. We're going to talk about LaMelo Ball. Yeah, I got LaMelo Ball news for you. Plus, I have a question for you, chat, that I want your answer to. I want your answer to the following question in the next hour. If a bank, it's almost like Monopoly, bank error in your favor. If your bank messed up and actually accidentally put $1 million in your account, what would you do? I want to know, and we're going to find out after this break. We're going to take a 5-minute break. I don't have a break video for you, so you're going to have to watch Friday's break video, which is me making jokes about sports. If you missed it, well, this will be the first time. If you've seen it already, then go pee, go poop, smoke a cigarette, hit the bong, whatever it is you do. Come back in 5 minutes, and we'll continue this show, and we'll have more fun. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get to 75 likes. We're at 43 right now. I know we can get to 75 likes. Let's push it. Let's go. 75 likes. Go create new YouTube, but don't do that. All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break. We're back in 5. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. See you in a sec. I'm Barry Laminack, and this isn't what happened in sports. Let's start in the NBA, where this week, former NBA star Paul Pierce posted on Instagram Live a video of him playing poker in a room full of strippers. Brought to you by Valtrex. People went crazy. Some called him a legend. Some called him wild. James Harden just called him, hey, I'm on my way, don't go, yeah. For his message exchange with actor Michael Rappaport, Kevin Durant was fined by the NBA a whopping $50,000, or in other words, the LA Sparks team budget. Hey, speaking of, in a discussion with NBA players, Draymond Green spoke on the WNBA's wages. He mentioned several steps that the ladies needed to take next year in order to make more money. And they would have ignored him, but they needed his 2 cents. Man, super teams are killing the NBA. The Utah Jazz charter plane was struck by a flock of birds, causing the plane to make an emergency landing. Things got so bad at one point, many of the players began contacting the women they love, and even their wives. From the world of Major League Baseball, Major League Baseball announced they will move the All-Star game out of Atlanta due to Georgia's new voting restrictions laws, which is surprising since Georgia has proved during this pandemic to be a great host body. Among other things, the new law makes it illegal to hand out food and water to people waiting in line to vote. And that's especially tough for Atlanta since their sports teams love giving stuff away. The Braves said they voted to keep the game in Atlanta, but unfortunately the state doesn't count the votes of Native Americans. The New York Mets season opener against the Washington Nationals was postponed due to the coronavirus, which just goes to show you the Mets will always find a way to make someone feel sick. The Mets somehow even botched waiting to play. Speaking of the Mets, owner Steve Cohen signed shortstop Francisco Lindor to a 10-year, $341 million deal the night before Lindor's proposed deadline of opening day, showing everyone that even billionaires wait until the last minute to pay a bill. In other sports news, Deshaun Watson's lawyer Rusty Hardin found 18 massage therapists who would come forward in support of the embattled quarterback. That now makes 40 massage therapists that he's seen. 40. 4-0. That's more ball touches than James Harden in the fourth quarter. Indians in Mumbai are playing something called slum golf, using the urban environment around them as the golf course. The game is reportedly dominated by a tiger. Not Tiger Woods, just like a tiger. He's winning everything. And finally, I want to say congratulations to the U.S. men's soccer team for qualifying to spend the Olympics at home with their families. If you missed it, the U.S. men's soccer team failed to qualify for the Olympics after it was beaten by Honduras, a country with a population of less than 5% of the entire U.S. population. The only thing bigger in the gap between these two countries is the pay gap between the men's and women's team. The men say they do have a plan to qualify for the next Olympics. Estrogen. I'm Barry Laminack. That's not what happened in sports. Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Before we get any further into this, real quick, I want to tell you about Dan's Seafood and Wings. If you are looking for crawfish and some of the best crawfish in the city of Houston, because it is crawfish season, then get your booty over to Dan's. Check them out online, eatatdans.com. That is the website. They're also on Instagram at eatatdans. But I'm telling you right now, crawfish, some of the best in the city, hands down. And if you don't believe me, and I had it during Super Bowl, really enjoyed it. I had it mixed with the boiled spicy shrimp. But Donna and Cece and Fidel Limon have been. Francisco's a big Dan's guy. Look, check them out. They have amazing flavors for you. Garlic butter seasoning, mild, medium, extra spicy. They're doing the boiled egg thing, which is a big deal now for crawfish. Yeah, crawfish the size of baby lobsters right now. Look, the crawfish is unbelievable at Dan's, and they have a lot of good food. They have the lo mein, they have the seafood platter, they have all kinds of stuff. You're gonna like the grilled platter. Look, Francisco knows, he'll tell you it's all about Dan's. Check them out. Go to eatatdans.com. 2 locations for you on South Gessner on the southwest side, on Uvalde Road on the northeast side of town. All fresh, all delicious. Make sure you put Dan's in your mouth. Nope, that probably wasn't the way to go. Hey, welcome back to the show. Thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Click on the subscribe button and click on notify, and you'll find out when I go live. And make sure you thumbs up the video as well. So let's do this discussion, because I saw the chat getting heated about this a little bit. And I love that Donna is the one that can tell you all about this. But if you didn't hear this story about this young lady who, her name, let me get you her name. So this is Kellen Spadoni, and she is a 911 dispatcher that works for the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. And allegedly she has refused to return more than $1.2 million that Charles Schwab had mistakenly deposited into her brokerage account. Basically what happened is she opened the account, and then about a month later, PPW said she smoked all that money. They said a month later, they accidentally deposited over $1.2 million into her account. She immediately moved the money to another account using some of the ill-gotten cash to buy a new car and a house. She bought, she bought a house, a 2021 Hyundai Genesis, which can range up to about $70K. It says that detectives have been able to recover about 75% of the money thus far, but she is now being sued. So, and I didn't see that. Oh, there it goes. On February 3rd, or February 23rd, this is what Donna, or what Jen is saying too. On February 23rd, Schwab meant to transfer $82.56 into a Fidelity brokerage service account owned by Spadoni. But they accidentally transferred $1,205,619. Now, my very first question. I'm not a great typer. You guys have seen that. I've filled out stuff on this show before. How in the fuck do you mess up 8256 and type in 1205619? What? How does that happen? Inexcusable, unacceptable. Your excuses mean nothing to me. Now, this isn't one of those cases where, well, it's in my account, it's mine. That's not how it works. I'm just curious what you guys would do. Would you have taken it and spent it? I would have been sus as fuck about it. I'd have been like, I'm probably going to have to give this back. I'd have left it. But I did see a lot of you saying you would spend it. White Magic said I would spend it and you can't pay it back if it's in a Swedish account, to which Donna rolled her eyes. So Donna, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you an auditor for banks? Isn't that what you do? Like, you audit these types of situations. Isn't that right? So Donna, I think, would know better than any of us. Richard Vale says he would spend it all on the hookers and blow. Here's the thing. Yeah, she is an auditor. So Donna, I'm sure, has dealt with this. Jen said, I'm giving it back. I'm too cute for prison. Girl, you and me both. You and me both. Even though I feel like if it was like a white collar crime, minimum security federal prison, I mean, that ain't as bad. Yeah, and Daddy Dan said, I don't want to spend it with that, but the bank probably wins most of the time. Justin said, catch the fuck out of it. Catch the fuck out of it. If I were to say I accidentally spent $1 million, they would make me pay. Donna said, you don't want, so Donna, is this an FBI thing? Because how does this work? Because I feel like once the money's in your account, if you accidentally spent it, I guess you still owe it? I don't know. It just seems like there should be a rule that says, look, if you put it in my account and I spend it, that's your bad. You shouldn't have put that shit in my account. But I don't know. See, again, D-Mata, I don't think that doesn't make the money safe just because you put it overseas into another account. You still owe the money. They'd be like, well, cool. You need to move it back and pay it back, because if not, you're going to go to jail. I just feel like I hate to hear that, because I would have the same mentality as her. I'd be like, well, motherfucker, you put it in my account. You made me think it was mine, so I spent it. What do you want me to do now? Chuck said, put me on the payment plan. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So the company argues in its lawsuit that Spadoni's account with Schwab includes an agreement that if a client receives an overpayment of funds, the client is required to return the full amount. Quote, if someone accidentally puts an extra zero on a utility payment, they would want the money returned or credited to them. This is no different. Okay. No, that is a great point. Mr. Rivardi. Great point. Let's take this point right here. Let's just take this one point. So they're saying, look, if you went to pay a bill and your light bill was $85.56, if you accidentally put 82560, making it $825.60, you would want the money back, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, how do you go from 8256 to 1,205,000? This ain't a fucking typo. This wasn't she didn't get $825.60 transferred. It was $1.2 million. Y'all fucked that up, first of all. Second of all, go ahead and overpay your bill and see if they give it back. Good fucking luck. Now, Donna, we can argue about the bank thing all you want. And I believe you, and I know that you know your shit, so I'm not going to argue with you about it. But if you think for 1 second, Mr. what was his name? Rivardi? If you think for 1 second that Centerpoint or fucking Reliant, if I accidentally paid an $820 instead of $82 on my light bill, that they're sending it back, they're absolutely not fucking sending it back. No way. Celio said Donna is clearly biased because she does it for a living. She's not trying to hurt your feelings. She's just telling you the truth. Exactly, D-Mata. Exactly. So I think that's a shitty example. Because if you overpay your bill, they ain't giving you back. They're not giving you the fucking money. That's the point. Okay, so you know what? You sent me $1 million. Credit my shit. Guess what you get to do? Every time my little piddly ass investment makes some money, it's yours. Because I'm sitting on this mill and that was your fuck up. That fair is fair. If that's the example they're going to use, fair is fair. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. The consumer, let me just newsflash. I don't have a fucking newsflash thing. I guess I need a newsflash. I don't know. Newsflash, though. The consumer's always going to be the last one to win in any of this shit. If they give you too much money, you got to give it back. If you give them too much money, you just get a credit. The consumer is never going to win this shit, I promise you. Buddy said, take the $1 million and instantly invest it in what is it, Doggy Coin? How do you pronounce it? Dogie? I don't know. Cash out their bill when they want it back, keep the profit. Now, that's a thinking man, right? Put that 1.2 million in Bitcoin or NFTs and then fight them. Fight. By the time you're done fighting, you have made enough money to pay them back, and then you got you some cash. That's a smart, buddy. That's a very smart strategy. Because Donna, I'm curious, how long would a fight like that take to get the money back? Because I know it should be instant, but if I transferred it out and I bought some shit and I did some things, if I invested it all into Bitcoin, surely if I turn, like, Bitcoin can go up pretty quickly. Let's say you invest, let's see. Let's do this. You invest 1,205,000 and you get 3%. That's $36,000. So, White Magic, no one believes you, buddy. If Donna, who's a fucking auditor, is telling us that you ain't getting the money, I don't think you're getting away with it, homie. Now, the lawyer part might be different. Doji? Really? Oh. So White Magic said, I'm moving the money overseas. I will tell one person where it is, and I'm taking my time doing 10 years, and I ain't saying shit. Well, they're going to garnish your wages. They're going to make you sell all your shit. I mean, you ain't getting away with it. I promise you. I promise you ain't getting away with it. What I do find interesting, though, is the point that was being made by Buddy. If you invested it, Donna, and I'm curious how this would work, they're not asking for the proceeds that you would make if you invested it, because Bitcoin can go up 3% like that, right? So take the 1,200,000 times 3%. That's $36,000. If I give them their 1.2 million back, do I get to keep the 36? Now, I'm sure there's fines and other things like that, but it's a pretty interesting discussion to have. Not a bad idea. My stupid ass, I'm like Jen, though. I'm just like, man, I ain't fucking with none of that. I'm giving the money back. Fuck it. You can have it. I ain't going to jail. I'm too pretty for jail. I wouldn't be able to defend myself. I'd have to go Martin Lawrence. Y'all ever heard that stand up with Martin where he said if he was in jail, he would just shit himself? He would just shit himself and just walk around in his shit. That would be me. There ain't no way nope. Yeah, but they'll sell all your shit though. That's the thing. They'll seize your house. They'll foreclose on it. They'll take your cars. They will literally, your family would be homeless. Or your bank accounts, whatever money you're getting in jail when you get out, that money that you would eventually ship overseas, White Magic, once you finally get it back, they're taking it. Like that, you're not going to get the money. It's not like drug money, right? I was watching a video on Toe Down. He was on The Box because I saw him and his brother Bernard on Donnie Houston's podcast. And I was like, God damn, Toe Down he needs to change his rap name to Blew Up because he's fat as fuck now. There, by the grace of God, go I. But I didn't really know a lot about Toe Down, so I started watching this video he did with an interview with Matt Hatter. He was like a fucking drug kingpin in Houston. Toe Down got busted with over $4 million in weed distribution. They called it a narco ring. They were literally like, distribution and trafficking and all this shit. So they were making, I think he said they were making, several $100,000 a month. So if you make $10 million in the drug game, you pay your lawyers, you pay your fines, you do all that shit. They're not keeping all 10 million. I mean, you got to, you might get dinged by the IRS and shit. But at the end of the day, if you got money left, you're still keeping that money. In this case, you ain't keeping that money, White Magic, because as soon as you transfer it back or go to access it, they're going to take it from you. Big difference. So, Justice, I know all about it. I took over the operation. Oh, shut up. You did not. Now, Fidel, that's a good question. What if it's not on my name? Still got to get access to it. Yeah, no. I don't think they were laundering the money. I mean, they may have been. But they just said there was just so much money. They were just fucking depositing it and shit. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Joe Pro said, Lamb Bomb, I need to put Donna and Buddy in charge of my 401k. Yeah, no shit. They're smart, way smarter than me. Celio said, I know a hospital or medical practice takes their sweet ass time refunding overpay, so don't rush the consumer. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Speaking of, real quick, before we get into some other stuff, because I want to talk about this LaMelo Ball thing with Tiana Trump. It's pretty wild. I'm trying to do some wagering for entertainment purposes only. And I've been trying to fund this account, and I am scared to death to do this. So I talked to Jerry Bow, and he walked me through what to do. He said, best way to do this, if you've been doing it in the past the other way, best way to do it is to open up a digital wallet, buy Bitcoin, and then use that to fund what you do. And then that way, if something happens with them, or they get weird and start taking money and shit, they're only taking that and not your personal accounts and stuff. You can still claim the sports betting and all that stuff, and which you should do. I say all that to say, I'm a little nervous about just buying Bitcoin. I'm like, it just seems like such a foreign concept to me. Because you can just go out and buy Bitcoin, and then if you lose money, you lose money. And if it gains, it gains. But I'm like, I don't want to invest a lot. I don't want to spend a lot. Yeah, Jerry Bow does know for sure. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if I rock with Jerry's good at what he does. I feel like I could get that up. Yep, that's what I'm looking at using, Alex Coinbase. How'd you do it? What'd you do, man? Because it just says like I'm supposed to transfer money from my bank account into Coinbase. Well, actually what you do is you buy the Bitcoin or you buy the Doji coin. That seems so weird. And then you use that to fund so you get the value for it. It's so weird. It's just a very I think that's what he said to use. Seems very sus to me, very sketchy. But a lot of people are doing it. So I don't know. Yeah, I know. It freaks me out a little bit. All right, let's talk about LaMelo Ball and Tiana Trump, because apparently these two are an item. And I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Oh, no E. So it's just Dodge? Now, see, is it Dodge or Doge? Okay, it doesn't matter. Fuck it. LaMelo Ball is apparently, or has been rumored to be linked with famous yoga instructor and actress Tiana Trump. Okay. Now, yes, we're going to talk about would you date a porn star? Yes, that's going to be a conversation we have today. We're going to get to that. But what I first want to talk about, she's a yoga instructor? What does that even mean? And an actress? What does that even mean? She's not a yoga instructor or an actress. She's a porn star. Why wasn't that listed? She's a porn star. Were they trying to be cute? I hope that was ironical. Oh, she does live in Houston? She lives in Sienna Plantation? Oh, interesting. Maybe she's watching this show. Okay. Now, never mind the fact that it says she's a yoga instructor and an actress, when we all know goddamn well she's a porn star. Okay. In fact, in order to talk about this, I did some research this morning. And, she's good at what she does. Bless her heart. She is good at what she does. Now, I think the thing that I would struggle with if I'm LaMelo Ball is not just knowing what my precious sweet girlfriend had done. But the evidence is out there. Like at any moment, some dude can go and watch your girl have sex and give mouth hugs to another dude. That's a tough thing to swallow. Okay. I don't know. Would you date a porn star? I couldn't date a porn star. There's no way. You have either got to be the most confident dude on the planet or oblivious. There's no way I'm dating a porn star. No way. Look, if you're hashtag blessed, good for you. You're like, whatever, I ain't worried about that. Cool. But then just knowing all the nasty, dirty shit she's done. Like, when you date, you're like, there's usually the topic, like, how many people have you been with or something awkward like that. That's some sort of conversation that might come up sometimes. Or maybe just about an ex or a couple of exes or the past or whatever. But you usually don't have the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you usually can't look it up and be like, oh, really? So you did all those disgusting things and people can still watch you do it. First of all, now you got to introduce her to your parents and then they're, oh, well, Tiana, you're an actress? Let's look up her IMDb. But it's just fucking Pornhub shit. I don't think I could do it. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. Because, it's one thing for you to tell me you were with 50, 100 people, whatever. Okay. But I don't need to see all the disgusting shit. I don't want, much less want you to tell me. I certainly don't need to watch it and see it, especially if I'm just casually on Pornhub one day, fucking around and stumble upon one of your videos. You might be in the next room making a tuna sandwich and I'm on my phone. Oh, goddamn. There's my little tuna sandwich maker just fucking engulfing 3 dudes. Nope. Didn't need to see that. And now I'm not even hungry for my sandwich. I can't even look you in the eyes now. Now, Katie had a question in the chat, and I'm ignoring all this other bullshit. Whatever. Katie said, would you date an OnlyFans model? I think that's a bit different. If she was just taking nude photos and uploading them, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of cool. I'd be like, yeah, my baby's hot. My girl is bad. Yeah, my girl's titties is on the internet, so she got nice titties. Yeah, her booty's out there. Maybe she showed her Virginia. Whatever she did, I wouldn't give a shit about that. My line would be, you did all that dirty shit with them dudes, and people can watch it? Nope. That would be the line. So if her OnlyFans was doing dirty shit to other people, no, I wouldn't want to date her. But if it was just nudes, yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be good with that. It wouldn't bother me. It'd be like dating a Playboy bunny. Now, if they had to have sex with Hugh Hefner, you had that old nasty man inside you. By the way, there was an article I didn't get to last week, but one of the Playboy bunnies that was, quote, married to him was talking about that. And she said that basically, Hugh, everybody had to sleep with him if you were going to live in the mansion. And that he wouldn't really do a whole lot. He would just lay there on his back and all the girls did the work. Every chick that lived at the mansion had to have sex with him. It was a requirement, which is disgusting. And then he wouldn't let other old dudes around. Like, he didn't want the competition. Like, these young hot Playboy models are like, oh, I can't wait to fuck some old guy. Bro, you're safe. Trust me, Hugh, you were fine. Rest in peace. That's such a weird dynamic that women would put themselves in that situation and be okay with it. Like, and what she said is that this was a moment, a low point in her life. She was failing in Hollywood. She had no money. She was struggling in life, her family and all this shit. And that she felt like this was her last opportunity to make something of herself. So she had sex with Hugh Hefner and moved into the Playboy mansion. God damn. You ain't got an aunt that could loan you $100 or something? Like, fuck. If you came to me and were like, Barry, your YouTube numbers, you were at 43 likes, now you're at 40. What are we doing, by the way? Why are we going backwards? Did some of y'all rescind your likes because of what I said about Tiana Trump? Is that what happened? If you came to me and were like, Barry, you got 57 people watching your YouTube, 56, where'd that motherfucker go? Get back here, you raggedy bitch. You got it. Do you want 500 people watching your YouTube? All you got to do is have sex with Martha Stewart. Martha, who's a nasty old lady? Not that Hugh was nasty. He kind of looked nasty. But if you wanted me to have sex with an old woman, and I'm talking about an old ass 80-year-old Hugh Hefner equivalent. So Martha Stewart, I probably would do. That's no big deal. How old? Like, Hugh Hefner was like 75. What actress? And don't even say Betty White. She's a saint. We're not dragging Betty White into this nasty, dirty sex talk. But at 45, I don't think I would have sex with an 80-year-old woman Nancy Pelosi. There you go. There you go. Michael Caravantes. That's a great one. Barry, we could get you 500 YouTube live viewers at one time. All you got to do is have sex with Nancy Pelosi one day. And you're going to do all the work. She's just going to lay there. I'd be like, well, I guess I'm not going to make it on YouTube. No. I'm going to need that money first, right? I'm going to need them views first. Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, Suzanne Summers nod. Well, how old? What does Suzanne Summers look like right now? Let's see. Suzanne Summers. Oh. She's 74. Man, she looks pretty good for 74, though. Yeah, I probably would. If it was Suzanne Summers, yes. Nancy Pelosi, no. But let's see. Well, this isn't the most flattering picture of Suzanne Summers. Let me save this. Hold on. Let me just screenshot this shit. The way this fucking works drives me nuts. This is what we're dealing with. Would I? Yeah. I'd risk it all for the YouTube views. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah. I got no problem with that. Now, if you were telling me that this would get me 500 viewers every live show, I'm going that route. If you were like, this one will get you 100 live views, this will get you 1,000, I'd be like, hey, I'll do 100. No can do, fam. But that's what they're doing to get into the Playboy. Sybil Shepherd. Ooh, Oprah. Oh, bro, you ain't even got to promise me views to have sex with Oprah. Yeah, Oprah. Ooh, Janet Reno. Goddamn. Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn. She looks like Throw Mama from the Train. See, I couldn't do it. Janet Reno's a good one, though, Chuck. Joe Pro said Barbara Walters. Yeah, I would have sex with Barbara Walters just to say I had sex with Barbara. That's a status symbol. Are you kidding me? Barbara Walters, Oprah. Yeah, 1,000%. And even Martha Stewart. Betty White. Yeah, doing all that. Suzanne Summers, too. Ooh. Judge Judy. Damn. If I had to choose between Judge Judy and Nancy Pelosi, I'm gonna let Judge Judy bang my gavel. I'm not. Nope. I can't. No. I wonder what Nancy Pelosi looked like when she was young. Because when I was Googling Nancy Pelosi young, let's see what she looked like. Let's see what a young Nancy Pelosi looked like. Okay. I ain't mad at you, Nance. I'm not mad at you, Inpo. This is young Nancy Pelosi right there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a fact. Judge Judy be like, let's go. Let's go. She'd be like, come on. You need to adjudicate. Ron Isley had me rethinking my entire life the other night. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Sally Struthers. Yeah, let me Google it. Yeah, by the way, you can join the Sally Struthers level on the Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Barry on Deck. You can choose your own amount that you want to sponsor the show with, and be like Joe Pro and House and Justin Swinford, and who am I missing? There was one other one. I need to write the 4 down because and Josh 713 Hooligan. And be a member of the Sally Struthers level. Or you could be like D-Mata and be a member of the Jeffersons level. Sally Struthers. Oh, no, I'm out, fam. No. Joe Pro, you're going to make me throw up my Diet Coke. So this is it. They come to me and say, Barry, you want to be famous on YouTube? You want to be a YouTuber? All you got to do is have sex with Sally Struthers. Not the one on the left either. Not the blonde hot one. I'll be like, well, guess I'm not going to be famous. Now, CC, that's the thing. I'm saying 70s, 80s. CC said, how old is old? I just Googled older celebrities and these chicks are my age. No. I'm saying 70s, 80s because that's how old Hugh Hefner was. That's the whole, we're comparing like, I'm 40, I'm about to be 47 years old. 50, 60 ain't old to me anymore. 70, 80, well, that's different. When she had her fastball. You are a nasty man, buddy. What is this? Famke Jans? I'm not even Googling that. That's Swedish. Who you bringing up old Swedish people? Amos said Nancy has more power than all these other women. You got to get your priorities. Well, it ain't just, look, it's all I care about is, am I going to be famous on YouTube if I have sex with this woman? If it was, look, if I had to pick, we've already said that if it was Suzanne Summers, I'm a yes. So that's definitely a winner. So we'll leave that one up. I already said no to Nancy Pelosi, but then you guys threw in Sally Struthers. So if I had to eliminate one of these that I just absolutely wouldn't do it with, I mean, Suzanne is safe. Man, I got to be honest with you though. I don't think I could. I'm gonna have to go Sally Struthers. Yeesh. As much as I wouldn't want to, I think I would do it all for. Yeah, but that's what these women at the Playboy Mansion are going through. Okay, Marty, I should give you a 5-minute timeout. Now you're just making it. How many views are we talking? Who the fuck? Jackie Weaver. Angelica Houston. God damn. Don't listen. Do yourself a favor. Don't start Googling this shit. You will go down a rabbit hole you don't want to see. Look at Joe Pro over here macking. All right. So I just thought that was interesting. Now, speaking of, we talked about Tiana Trump and Pornhub. This dude, there's a guy on Pornhub that retired. This dude actually made a retirement speech. An actual retirement speech on Pornhub in the comment section. And it went viral. So this dude, oh man, I messed up my mic. It was doing so good. And then I had to go mess with it. He said, boys, I'm here not to watch, but to announce my retirement. I have officially found the one person that is right for me. She is brilliant, beautiful, and loyal. Every day I wake up and realize how happy she makes me. The reason I'm done watching porn is because it feels wrong. Almost as if I am cheating. I hope one day you guys that are reading this find the same thing I have, and I know you all will miss me, and I will miss you. Lil J Dub signing off. I gotta rest in peace, Lil J Dub. I'm gonna miss you so much. What the fuck? Like, who does a retirement speech on Pornhub? Why do you think anyone are you like who's making a living? Leaving comments on Pornhub in such a way that they need to fucking retire from it and officially announce their Man, bro, you think way too much of yourself, Lil J Dub. No one gives a fuck that you are retiring. Just go fucking retire. But I think the weird thing is people that think watching porn is cheating, because they're out there. There are people, and if you're watching this and you think that and you are upset because I called you weird, well, I'm sorry. But I think it's weird that people would equate watching porn and jerking off to cheating. And those people exist. And Lil J Dub brought it up. I feel like I'm cheating on her. Well, you're not. You're watching porn. It's not cheating. It's stupid to even insinuate that it is. Because cheating involves much more than just the physical act of sex. Yeah, we're going to get to that. I mean, like cheating, you have to have their physically either, well, I shouldn't say, yeah, let's go with physically. I think the only way you're actually cheating on someone is if you're physically knocking the boots. If you are physically bumping the uglies. If your hip bone and her hip bone are colliding, you are cheating. If you are just having a conversation, no. Oh my God. Don't listen. White Magic, don't come on the chat and start telling me I'm wrong. You have been wrong all fucking day. The fact of the matter is, cheating is a physical thing. In my book, just having a conversation with somebody isn't cheating. Now, it could lead to cheating. Emotional cheating? What the fuck are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? You got a work husband. Are y'all fucking? This is what we're talking about here. This is what we're talking about. If you're going to tell me that you can emotionally cheat, then you are also agreeing that watching porn is cheating, is what you're saying. If I've emotionally checked out and I'm watching porn because I don't find my spouse attractive, is that cheating? If I'm not emotionally available to them? Yes, a hand job is cheating, Tony. It's physical. Cheating is a physical act, you guys. What if you're having sex and then you are imagining the person? What does that even mean? You mean if I'm having sex with someone but I'm thinking about somebody else? It's not cheating. That's not cheating. Cheating is you and another person that's not your significant other having sex. You guys are over here talking about, oh, well, we call each other on the phone and I'm like, what's up, girl? And I'm like, what's up, girl? And I'm like, girl, you make me happy. That's not fucking cheating. And the whole chat is agreeing and it's hilarious. You guys, cheating is a physical act. Now, we can talk about, emotionally checking out of your relationship, but that's not cheating. Cheating is the physical act. Hold on. Let's see what they say. And they're probably going to say it's emotional, but they're wrong. Cheating definition. Because just finding somebody that makes you happy emotionally isn't fucking cheating. And I guarantee you, if we're talking real talk, most people that find someone that makes them happy are going to eventually have a physical act with them. No one that I know of in the history of people and relationships has ever been like, well, emotionally they make me happy, so I'm going to leave and never have sex with them. I'm just going to be with them for my emotional well-being. Shut the fuck up. The emotions might make you physically attracted to them, which leads to the fucking, but there is no emotional cheating. Maybe that person makes you feel better. Maybe that person makes you feel pretty or accepted or worthy. But when it comes to cheating, there's got to be sweaty ass slapping together. This is ridiculous. So Merriam-Webster defines to cheat on. The definition of cheat on. Just because I know y'all think I'm making this shit up. Cheat on. To break a promise made to someone such as one's wife or husband by having sex with someone else. It doesn't say, oh, you get emotionally involved with your work wife. Shut the fuck up. There is no emotion involved in cheating. Now, it might lead to emotion, but the act of cheating is physical. It is because when you enter into a relationship, basically what you say is, it's you and me. Because I can have a best friend that makes me happy. I can have a best friend that's a female that brings me joy. That doesn't mean I'm cheating on my wife. Unless I fuck that best friend, now I have cheated on my wife. It is legitimately the physical act. That's the key though, Tony. That's the key. Go back to the definition. Read what it says. It says breaking of a promise. So if me and my wife or you and your husband or whatever it is have an agreement that it is okay to have sex with other people, but the stipulations are either I have to approve them or you have to notify me in advance, or there are no rules. Go fuck who you want. Then that's not cheating because that's the agreement. But in a traditional marriage or relationship, you and I are going to be exclusive. Not you and me, Tony. I would cheat on you in a heartbeat. But that's the whole point. It's like, okay, you and me go together now. That's it. I ain't fucking nobody else. You ain't fucking nobody else. You ain't dating nobody else. I ain't dating nobody else. And once you have sex with someone else, you have broken that bond and that promise, and that is cheating. But just having coffee with someone that makes you feel good about yourself isn't fucking cheating. I don't know why I'm so emotionally invested in this. Yes! Objection! This whole chat is out of order. Swingers is, again, it's an agreement. Lisa said, so you're telling me Nora can have cyber sex with another man? No. But if she did, it wouldn't be cheating until they actually fucked. But Lisa, let's be real. Do you think that that's where it ends? I wouldn't know. But in the history of cyber sex cheating, are people just like, you send me a dick pic and I'll send you a Virginia pic and, well, that's the end of the transaction. Eventually, the cyber sex leads to physical sex, and that's when it really becomes cheating. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, if I openly tell Tony that I'm going to go have sex with somebody else, it's not going behind his back, I'm not cheating. Rev said, did I just hop on to Barry saying emotional cheating isn't real? Yes, House, you did. And I just showed you with a goddamn definition from a fucking website from Merriam-Webster. Right there. It clearly says having sex with someone else means you cheated on that person by having sex with someone else. It is a physical act. And House, if you disagree with it, you're wrong. And I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up about it. This whole chat is wrong. It's not trusting the internet, you idiot. It's trusting Merriam-Webster. You know, the people that make the fucking dictionary, they literally make up words. I mean, they don't make up, they make words. They print words. They print words like the government prints money, Tony. Merriam-Webster is kind of like the fucking, no, kissing is cheating. It's physical. Kissing is cheating. It's physical. If you make out with some chick in a car, you're cheating on your wife because it was the physical act. If you sit in a car and you give that bitch compliments and she compliments you on your outfit, and it made you feel good, House, you didn't cheat. It's fucking stupid. You emotionally cheated on me. No, somebody just made me fucking happy, but that's not cheating. I'm telling you, it's physical. That's what cheating is. Buddy said, I'm kind of on Barry's side, but I am in an open relationship. Well, see, buddy, first of all, congratulations. Good for you. But that's the thing. If you make an agreement, if you're like, okay, I'm not going to fuck nobody, you're not going to fuck nobody, we're just fucking each other, that's it. As soon as you go fuck somebody else, you have cheated. Just because you hang out with Barbara and Barbara makes you feel good, house, and she says nice things. Oh no, I love your beard or whatever makes you feel good. That's not fucking cheating because she emotionally makes you happy. It just means you need to find a new wife because your wife doesn't make you happy. That's what it means. I have to. White Magic, I have to ignore you in the chat. Because you will say some of the weirdest, most outlandish bullshit that isn't even warranting a response half the time. Most like House does. Or Tony. What did you say, White Magic? Barry, ask your wife, Barry, I'm not trying to be funny, I legit want her opinion. She's not here, she's at work. But I'm telling you, White Magic, physically, that's cheating. Yeah, you guys in House and KD, you four. Amos said we have a lot of emotionally scarred people in here. Yeah. So Rev said, so when we say it is, you go to the definition, but kissing and you don't use the definition. Because I'm saying that was just a supporting argument. What I'm saying is a physical act. Tony said hand job. Is a hand job sex? It's the physical act. Is oral sex? Well, I guess it's oral sex. Okay. I'm saying it is the physical act of fucking. Kissing, hand jobs, finger in the butthole, whatever it is you're into, yes, that is cheating. If something goes into somebody else's body, whether it be a tongue or a finger or your penis, or something enters your body, whether it's a tongue or a finger or a penis, that's physically cheating on your partner. That's what that is. Can somebody please give Michael Caravantes chat of the day? Tony is brown magic. That is the funniest shit ever. White Magic said emotional is worse, in my opinion. Physical relationships are way easier to cut off than emotional ones. Well, this can be a matter of opinion. I mean, look, if my ex were to have cheated on me, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But if she fucked another dude, that would have been a problem. But if she was just hanging out with another dude that made her giggle and laugh, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because here's the thing, and I've told Nora this from day one. All I care about is that you're happy. Also, if you cheat on me, I'll leave. But if Nora had a best friend that was a dude that made her happy, you all think I would give a fuck? Would that mean she's cheating? Because she found a friend that she enjoys hanging out with as well? Now, if she leaves me for him, then that was a problem. But it probably meant there was something else. There was something physical there too. There was an attraction physically. This is so fucking stupid. This is why, oh my God, what a dumb fucking statement. Do you want, that's not the same fucking thing. That is not the same thing. No, of course not, but that's not the same fucking thing. Oh my God, I can't believe I have to explain this. Oh my God. Jen's porn. What time is it? It's 3:55. Oh, thank Jesus. Oh, thank Jesus it's time to go. No, we're not getting a third hour for this topic. Because I'm not going to sit here and talk in a goddamn circle while y'all just throw out shit grasping at straws to try to make a counterpoint to what I'm telling you. Danny Man said, Barry, would you consider someone flirting or opening up to someone in ways they don't to their spouse cheating? No, I wouldn't. People flirt all the time. It doesn't mean shit. And if someone opens up to somebody else, that's called a best friend. Give a fuck. But as soon as you suck his dick, that's crossed the line. And yeah, okay, to use White Magic example, maybe she loves her best friend. Love you, Bobby. Does she love me too? Fuck it. As long as they ain't fucking, they ain't cheating. Alright. Today on Barry on Deck, Barry spends 30 minutes being wrong. It ain't my goddamn fault. Y'all don't understand? Thank you, Jesus. There's 2 rational goddamn people in the chat. At least there's 2. The rest of you, I hope you get cheated on emotionally and physically. God, I hope right now while you're watching this, your significant other is having emotional and physical sex with somebody else. I really hope you're like, all right, that was a good show. And then you turn around and there they are with just dicks or titties all in their face. Thank you, Jess. 3 people. All right, I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then. Oh my God. Yes. I hope tonight when you kiss your significant other, it tastes like her best friend or his best friend. Oh, I do. All right. We have a new nickname for Tony, Brown Magic. This was fun. Hey, you guys do me 3 favors until I talk to you tomorrow when I can tell you other reasons why I'm wrong and you're right. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. Just don't love anybody else because that's cheating, you dumb motherfucker. All right, I'm out. Daddy's making a YouTube video.